Hello hosers, welcome back to another video. Today's question: how does Mark Carney need public approval to govern? But the Liberals are already losing that public approval. This is my hoser take. No spin, just facts with a conservative edge. Now, Carney, good old Mark Carney, acts like he can rule from a boardroom, but real power comes from us, the voters. And Liberals are burning that trust fast with shady deals and empty promises. Now, Poilievre is gaining because he is in touch with what Canadians actually need. Let's hoser this up, shall we? All right. Now, here's the deal. This comes from a David Coletto opinion article, okay? Carney needs public support to stay in power. But trust, that's the key thing here. Trust is very low. And people are worried about prices and jobs. I know I'm totally worried about prices. They're ridiculous. You know, you go to a grocery store, you see those high prices? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Now, floor crossings, they look shady. They're allowed, it's allowed, but it still looks shady. And it makes people cynical. The Alberta MOU, that's confusing. Is it smart or is it just kicking the can? Now, the budget itself, it talks big growth, right? Massive deficit, but doesn't really explain how it helps us regular Canadians, right? Carney hesitated. He hesitated when he was asked if he likes the job of PM. Now, the article says if he gets frustrated with needing public approval, he's going to lose it. Now, here's the real hoser take. Liberals think they're smart, okay? They think they're smart, but they're losing touch with real Canadians by ignoring high prices, shady deals, and confusing plans that don't cut costs for families, right? Now, Poilievre's been calling out this Liberal mess for months. He wants to scrap the carbon tax that jacks up gas and food bills, build pipelines to create thousands of jobs, as well as mining corporations, all that stuff, get our resources out there, and cut wasteful spending to make life affordable again. After all, Poilievre believes that we know how to use our money better than the government does. Government needs to get out of the way. That's putting Canadians first, not Liberal excuses. Liberals are like a guy who keeps checking his phone for likes while the house is on fire. Poilievre's the one to put that fire out, okay? Now, if we look at the whiteboard here, I did write up there, you guys have been seeing it there, public approval. That's really important. It's key. You know, that's how the Liberals won the last election. They brought Carney in. He's a banker. They thought, let's give this guy a chance. And he's proving that he's not up to the job. Okay? Now, this is all about Carney needing that public approval. He's needing that public approval. Okay? But Liberals, they are losing it. Polls are showing it, and data is showing it. Okay? Now, we also have those floor crossings happening, right? And the confusing MOU and the budget talk. All that stuff still needs public approval. When you see floor crossings happening, that does look shady. You know, that's not going to gain you much in the way of public approval. At least not in my book. Now, here's the real hoser view on this. Liberals are too detached to keep public trust with those shady floor crossings I talked about that smell like power grabs and budgets that don't fix everyday problems like high groceries or weak trade. Now, Poilievre and the Conservatives have been gaining because he and the Conservatives are focused on real fixes. Axe the carbon tax completely to lower costs. Stand up to threats like Trump without caving and using our resources and power to do that. And cut bureaucracy to free up money for Canadians. So in conclusion, Carney needs public approval. He's losing that. But Liberals, as well as him, they are losing it with weakness and shady moves that ignore Canadian worries about jobs and prices. Canada needs Poilievre's and the Conservatives' real strength. No more taxes that hurt families like you and me. We need strong pipelines for energy jobs as well as mining, get those rare earth minerals out there to the world. And we need leadership that puts people first. Period. Right? That's how I see it, and that's the briefing.